My name is Mori. I have a question to Stan. You've seen a lot of venture companies. What is the most important factor to be successful in early stage?
Well, one of the things that as investors, have an old cliche, and that is that they invest in the, in the jockey and not necessarily the horse. And I think that's pertinent to this discussion in that the technology is extremely important. Just as with a jockey, there's no way he could even be a jockey unless he has a horse. What we also find is that the management team that a company has is very important to ensure that the challenges and issues that the company will run into as it progresses in its maturity, they can make adjustments and will make adjustments to ensure that their company hopefully will become successful. And that's very important. We have monthly programs at Caltech with the Enterprise Forum where we invite many entrepreneurs, some of them serial, involved in various topics areas such as medical devices, software, social networking, et cetera, e-marketing. We just had this last month. We're doing mobile and e-retail this next Saturday. And what we try to do is to get those entrepreneurs to talk about the path that they took from what they originally conceived as what was going to be their project and their company, and what actually they ended up doing that they became successful at. One of the companies I highlighted in my presentation was Viology, where they had just recently hit 3 straight oil wells in shell strata where other past technology said it wasn't there. Well, that's very significant because that company actually restarted itself 3 times with 2 different sets of senior management before they finally hit their stride and became a successful organization. And that's not necessarily an unusual story in entrepreneurism and the development of businesses as they progress.
そういうあれですね、我慢が大切なんですね。ところでちょっと偏見になっちゃいますけど、プロコさん先ほど話いただきましたけども、まさしく MIT の純粋ですよね、大学発ベンチャーとしてご成功をなさったわけですけども、今のようなご質問に対して何かプロコさんコメントありますでしょうか。
The piece that resonated a lot with me is the thing you just mentioned at the last start of. The first idea is often not the one you end up with. We went through 3 different ideas before the technology came out. And the other thing that was mentioned many times is the whole ecosystem that the US has that is lacking in so many other places. Me coming from Germany, I've seen it there. The combination of having the research, there's more research in Japan and Germany than in the US if you measure it in papers, you measure it in patents, but there's a lot less realization in terms of businesses. And money is one issue. Seeing a lot of funds coming from banks that want to do very low-risk moves where committees make decisions versus the angels where one person says, yes, I'm willing to back this idea. The overall environment where research in Japan and Germany and other countries often happen in very low-risk environments, where in the US there is more competition, even at universities, for funds, for projects. You don't have a position that you now can just keep doing things for life. And then the respect for risk, where the failure is often seen as the first mark for success in the US, where outside the US often failure is seen as that, failure. And then you don't get another chance. So a lot of these ingredients, if we can find a way to get that established here, then I think you have the chance to build another Route 101 or another Sandhill Road type environment, which would be exciting.
どうもありがとうございました。いろいろなかなか日本はそういう意味ではいっぺん失敗すると二度と立ち上がれないという環境が非常に強いというのは、日頃から我々言っていることでもあるんですけども、他どなたか会場からご意見なりご質問なりございましたらどうぞ。